Hello everybody, my name is Flying275 and welcome to another LEGO video. Today, how to build the LEGO Pushback truck minifigure skill. So we're gonna start off with the front wheels with the steering. So you're gonna grab a 1x10 plate, or a few of these plates because I couldn't find a 1x10. You're gonna put a 2x2 brick right at the end. And then you're gonna get two 2x2 plates and top it up with a 2x2 smooth plate or a tile, and place it right next to your brick. So now you're gonna make two of these. So you just grab a wheel and put one of these spins in here. Then one of these 1x3 things, I'm not quite sure what the name of is. And you're gonna put two of these blue pins with half of it around and half of it across in there. And two of these, I really don't know what they're called, on top of there. Now, as I already said, you're gonna make two of these. And let's continue. Right now you're gonna get two 2x1 bricks with two holes in the sides. Place them next to each other and top them off with a 2x2 tile. Then you're going to put a 2x1 tile on top of their plate, I mean. You're going to get two 1x1s with a hole in the side and put a 1x4 plate on there and top it up with a 1x4 smooth tile. Well, now we're going to put it all together, and you're going to put your small construction with the two holes in there on the brick. You're going to put these four pins 4 long on there and just slide your 1x1s right there. Slide them through the front hole of your 2x2s, and finally put the other wheel on there as well. And this is basically the steering. Now for the cabin. We're gonna start off with making the roof. You're gonna get a few of these tiles, doesn't exactly have to be all these types. And you're gonna get a 1 or 2x4, and basically you're just gonna make it all fit together a bit. Gonna make sure nothing falls out. And if you want, you can get a 1x3 on the side here to make it look nice. I only had one, but you can also use two. Now these are the parts you're gonna need, and you're gonna start off with a 1x4 and put a 2x4 and 2x3 on there, and a 1x4 on the edge as well. Then you're gonna get a smooth 1x4 and place it there with a half round or a quarter round on there. Gonna make two of these. I'm gonna grab a 2x6, put it right up there. And now for this piece, I'm gonna grab a 4x4 or two 2x4s. You put one smooth 1x2 tile on there and two 1x2 tiles with one stud in the middle. Then two 1x1s on the edges like that. They can also have studs on there. And finally one of those things below there, like this. Now you're gonna place it right in the middle of here. In the middle here. Now for the front part, you're gonna grab one of these 1x1 things, and you're just gonna put the lights on there. Then you're gonna grab a 1x1 with a hole in the side and make the hole face forward. One of these. Note how it's different than the below one on top of there as well. And finally, you're gonna get one of these 1x3 or 2x3, I don't know what's called, high windows on there. Now for the side mirrors, pretty straightforward. That's 1x2 with one stud on there. I'm gonna just put it right in that 1x1 brick. Well, for the flashlight, a 1x2 with a stud in the middle, and then two 1x1 round brick plates in there. We're just gonna put these on a nice 1x6 like this. And finally, you're gonna grab one of these fellas again and put two 2x1s right in the middle there, and a 2x1 brick on top of there. place this in the middle of your 1x6 plate. And notice how I lost a window there. And just put this little pin in there for the thing. And you can put some plates or some number plates, I don't know, up there if you like. Now you're gonna grab a 1x4 brick and a 1x4 plate. I'm just gonna put a steering wheel in the middle of there, and a nice mug if you like. We're gonna do the same thing but without the mug, obviously. Mug. Then for your seat, just 2x2 with one of those turny thingies. Right now a 1x4 brick and a 2x4 brick. I'm gonna put it under a 2x10 plate, right in the middle. And then you're gonna grab two 2x3s and put them on top of each other like this. And a 2x1 slope on top of there. I'm gonna make these twice. Then you're gonna grab a 2x1 brick and put a few lights on there. Just some plates. A 2x2 tile or plate on there, and finally a 2x2 slope. Also make two of these. And finally a 2x2 brick. You're gonna put a 2x1 plate on there, and behind the plate another inverted slope 2x1 and a 1x1 brick, and also make two of these. Finally, you're gonna just push these fellas right in there. Leave some space. We're gonna leave some space in the back for the steering. That's gonna be the wheel casing. Just put them right on there. And finally, these lights on the front right there. Well, now we got all these parts for the cabin, and we're just gonna make a nice cabin out of this. So we're gonna start with the wheels and just place them right below here. Note how I leave a 1x2 space right there. It's very important. Well, now for the chair itself, just push it right there in the middle. And finally, these control panels, not quite sure what you could call them. Yep, never mind. Because first we're going to place this one in position. This one right there. It's not very hard. And then finally you can place this one right there. That's what the 1x1s were for. Now for your last piece, this big fella, you're just going to put it right on those 2x3s you got there. Right there. And your cabin is pretty much finished. Now for the next step, you're going to get a window piece of 6 long, and you put a 1x6 plate on there. It's going to be 6x10, and you're just going to put your window right on the edge in the middle. And then I made a number on this. You don't have to, but I'm just going to show you anyways how to, or how I did it. It's just a few of these nice tiles, and we're going to make the number 0, 1. And if you can, maybe you can find 2 of these 2x2 tiles. Anyways, we're just going to put this right on here now. So you're just going to line this up perfectly. And the window should stand on those 1x2 slopes on there. Just going to press it on nicely there. And if you can find, as I said, 2 of these 2x2 tiles also on the other side, but I couldn't find one. And finally the roof, just put it right on here. That's how I had some difficulties. And that's pretty much your cabin. Now for the next part, this is a bit freestylish, but we're just gonna make something out of it. I'm gonna get a 1x10 plate and just put a 1x8 thing or brick in there. Leave a gap of 3 there, and put a 2x2 on top. Then we're gonna get 2 1x6s and just put them on like this. And these two fellas, just put them on the right on the edge of your 1x8. Now for the wheels itself, just gonna grab a wheel and push a pin in it once more. I got a 1x6 and I put it in the final hole of the row of 5 holes, and then it's 1x4. Make it stick out 2 bricks or 2 studs. Then a 1x1 doesn't have to be round, and this Technic 1x3 thing. Put one of these pins, one of these light grey pins right there, and another 1x4 to top this off. When I'm gonna get one of these pins, note how it's different, it's dark grey, and put them in the last hole there. Then you're gonna get a 1x5 Technic thing, and you're just gonna put one of these, or 2 of these 1x1 round plates on top of there, and finally push it down on your 1x6. Put a 1x1 brick on there, and finally make 2 of these and put one of these 1x4 Technic things right there. That's gonna be the lock. Now just these 2 parts, and this is a bit freestyle. So you're just gonna put this right on here. It's great, isn't it, how I show it right into the camera. Well, I'm just gonna put it right on here, make sure it does not touch your wheel. Again, this is a bit freestyle, as you can just watch how I did it. It's not very well explained. Well, I'll just show you how what I built. I'm just gonna put it right there. I'm just gonna take this off because I'm stupid. Basically, what this does is it gives a dark gray line at the bottom of our pushback tug, and above that will be the white. It's mainly just for looks. Oh, just gonna do something with the other side as well, I hope. Yeah, here we go. This is what I built. It's very easy, very simple. And you're just gonna put it under here. And basically you want to make sure all those plates are lined up correctly. So the white is right, it's lined up with the white, and the dark gray is lined up with the dark gray. And finally, we're just gonna put the 1x6 on again, on there again. Well, now we got this 1x10 plate, and we're just gonna make sure that nothing falls out of each other. Falls apart, I'm sorry. That was Dunglish. Now a 1x8 plate, and we're just gonna make a small construction like this. And you do really want to have the blue thing as a corner piece. As you can see with the dark gray lines now. And right now we're just gonna put this piece on here. This should be all the way to the front, like this. Nicely in the middle, stacked in there. Now let's continue 1x2 with these lights again. Just gonna get the 1x1s with the studs on there, and a 1x2 plates for the lights. Just gonna put these on top of each other, and a 2x2 slope. And finally one of these 1x2, I don't know what they're called, and this is gonna be the rear lights right there. So we're just gonna build a construction like this, basically a 1x3 brick with a 1x3 plate on the bottom. And then a 2x2 with a 2x2 slope, and a 1x2 with a 1x1 on there. And basically just gonna put it right in here. Again for the wheel casing. Well, this is just a 1x2 and one of these vent-like things. You're just gonna stack a few on top of each other and put them right here. And your 2 high 1x2, just press it right in there. And that's just a bit for the details and for the looks. Now something like this, and note how the 1x2 is very important. So just a 1x3, a 1x1 stud on there, and a slope. This 1x2 is very important with a hole in there, and a 1x8 and a 1x4 on top, like this. Just place right in position, and note how this is all the same altitude. Well, this is going to be a very long plate. I'm not quite sure what it is. 1x14, I think. Just going to put it right on there. Make sure it's long enough for your rear view light things to be right on here. As you can see, this is now a nice engine casing. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other side right now. So basically, you're just going to make another one of these. Why do I wait so long? Okay, we're not going to make one of these. Next, we're going to do 1x4 plates, and we're going to put some slopes on there. Slopes of 2x3, a 2x4 plate, and a 1x2 brick with a hole in there right on the bottom with a smooth 1x1. Now we're gonna get a 4x4 and put a little stud right on there. And then a 2x3 and a 2x2 thing on there. You can get them in all the Star Wars sets and stuff. Just place it right in there. Just lay them apart for a second. And we're gonna get a 2x4 and put some 1x2 tile on there. And this is just for the looks, for the details. It's not really important. I'm just gonna put it right on there. And a 1x1 with a 1x1 plate. Basically just next to the first 1x2 plate. And finally one of those smaller slopes. Well, for the next step, and this is important, you're just gonna get a 2x4 and just put a 1x3 on there and a 2x2 for those slide things. Well, 1x4. I'm gonna go 1x3 on right on there, and a 1x6 tile plate, smooth plate. I'm just gonna put it on the other side, and this will be right between your stuff. Now you're just gonna get your 4x4 to be right on there. Yes, just look at how I've done it. And finally your last small construction right on there, and this is gonna be the sliding part. Now you're gonna get one of these weird ass things. Notice how I already got the tooth wheel on there. Just slide a pin in there and place it right in that little brick you got there. The brick with a hole. Like that. Now for some more details, basically, just a 1x2 brick with one of these dark gray pins right in there. Just put that on a 2x2 like this, and if you can get your hands on a piece of wire, just get something like this, put it on the 1x1 below there, just right in there, and then finally put it on the last thing of that, and just slide this in the last hole of your, I don't know what it's called. And finally top this little fella up of 1x2 with a 1x1 on there. That's also just for the looks. For the looks. Well, now we're gonna get yeah, here we go. Now we're gonna get a hinge thing with a 3x6 plate on there. I used a 1x6 and a 2x6. Well, I'm just gonna get this 1x2 with a 1x1 slope and a 1x1 tile and one of these 1x4 things for the sliding part. That 1x1 with a stud on there is also for some more detail. And as you can see, this fits in there nicely. Well, we're just gonna place this in our construction, and those 1x4 balls should be directly against your wheel things. So as you can see, it should be directly against this gray path. And finally, your 2x2 brick should fit directly on what I had there, the blue little bit. the corner piece should just fit on there nicely. Well, now we're just gonna get one of these things. It's some sort of wire. If you can get your hands on that, just on the cone I had there, just put it right on there, and the 1x1 with the stud on there. Now finally, this little detail part, we're just gonna stack it right in there. You know, the hinge thing. That's also for details, not really necessary. Now this is a 4 long pin and a tooth wheel. This is pretty obvious. We're just gonna place it right in there and place it into position with the pin. And I fail a bit. It's a bit hard. And just push it in there a bit. And then finally, for the turning thing, just put a 2x2 round thing on there. I say a lot of thing. Right now you can just turn this and the thing. As you can see, the sliding thing will extend or instant. Now this is also for some detail. Well, this is very important though. The 2x8 should be lined up with the slope right there, inverted slope. Notice how that fits in that little hole there. It's a 4x4 angled plate. Another 4x4 angled plate. Below that's one, right in that position, on the same altitude as the 2x8. And then finally a 2x3 angled piece right there. That's also just for the looks. Now we're going to continue with a 1x3 right on there. And basically we're just going to do the same as we've done before with a 1x3 and a 1x2. And here we go again with the 1x2 inverted slope. Now here we go again with the vents. Just two of these 1x2s, and we're just going to place them just like on the other side, right there. And again, one of these pieces. Just let's top it off with a 1x6 plate, like this. And finally a 2x6 right on there. It's also a bit for the looks. Well, this is going to be different than the other side because I couldn't find the right pieces. Just a 1x3 tile and a 1x3 brick, and put a angled piece right there. Could also just be a 2x2. That's also for the looks, for the grey line at the bottom. And finally just a 2x2 right there, and the slope 2x2. You can also get a 2x3 plate. I used a 1x1 here and a 1x2 on the inner part, which is in grey. Well, for the construction, for the strongness, put a 1x3 there and the 1x2 for the looks, obviously. I'll make another one of these and note how I didn't find a 1x2 to go on it there. We're gonna place it right here. Just get one of these long plates. I think this is about 10 long. Just put it right on there and just position it over the wheel like this. Now we have these two parts, and there's only one thing to do actually, and that's connect them. Just kidding, there's more things to do than just this. Well, it's just gonna fit right in there, and I do see I did something wrong. Just gonna get the plate off there. Push that down a bit, and then just slide it in like here. Then just press everything down there correctly, and the 2x2 on there again. And this should tug, and there's one more thing to do, and that's the chimney. Well, I'll get to that later. Well, just get your favorite minifigure. And I'm not quite sure what it was. Yeah, here we go. This is the chimney. Just got two of these. I lost my original chimney, so that's why I used some different colors. Preferably chrome one. It's too high. Just get one of these pins, put them right in there. I think you do recognize these parts. Put them like this, and a black 1x1 stud on top right there, and should be inverted. I don't know if that's the right word. Basically, you're just gonna put this right here, so right beside your window there. Well, this was pretty much it. I'm just gonna guide you through the features. Oh, there's a steering wheel, obviously, and you can easily just take the roof off. Then we get access to the cabin. Just put your minifig in there and raise your arms a bit, but not too much. And if you do that the right way, which I did not, as you can see here, just raise the arms a tiny bit. And then basically you'd be able to turn your minifig around without any problems like this. You can easily, with minifigure, you can easily put the roof back on there again. Until you break it like I do. Because that always happens when you try to show something. Well, just get the lock off for the entire pushback thing. You can open these doors. My finger is a wheel, just roll it in there. Close the doors, put the lock on there. And when the wheel is in there, the nose wheel for the plane, you just roll down this little thing right here, and the entire surface will just go down. As I said, everything always breaks when you try to show it, so we're just gonna put this in there again. Well, just roll the wheel, and this will come back, and we'll push your wheel up. Well, that was. Oh yeah, one more thing. The rear view mirrors are also adjustable. Well, that was pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Comment, like, rate, subscribe, and have a nice day, obviously. Click here for the original video of the Lego Pushback tug if you liked it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next time.